So this line now is going to be our shoulder line, our new shoulder line. Then you take your other measurements, you plot your basic bodice block. Okay, divide your shoulder measurements by 2, plot the neckline. For the front, I'm going to use 3 inches by 3 inches. Then we're going to connect with a curve because we would need a round neckline. Okay, just like you see me doing, you connect with your curve. So you can decide to extend these 2 lines forward and upward like this, although it's optional, but you can just decide to extend it. Okay. So from here now, you take your shoulder slope, go down by 1 inch, you connect to the neck width. Then after this, you take every other measurement like you did for the back. On this part, do not tamper with this part at all. We are still coming back to these 2 allowance. So from the shoulder, I'll mark my bust points, my waist, then the full length. We have that already. So for the front armhole, it's different from the back armhole. Just like you draft your normal basic bodice armhole, you're going to divide whatever you have here into 2. Then you go in by 0.5 inches. So from this 0.5, you connect to the shoulder tip with a straight line. Then on the chest line, you are going to take your 1.25. So the next thing you want to do is to plot your waist start. You start from the bust point down to the jacket length. Your bust span measurements divided by 2. After plotting the waist start, you want to take your body circumference measurements. So on the chest line, we already have our bust circumference divided by 4. On the waistline, you take your waist circumference divided by 4 plus your dart intake. Then on the jacket length, you take your hip circumference divided by 4. There is no need of replacing any dart because the dart does not get to the full length. Then you connect with your straight and cover like we did for the back. So then after this, we'll plot our shoulder darts. You can do this later and you can also do it now. Okay, you find the midpoint of your shoulder, then you connect to the bust points. So after this process, you had your sewing allowance. So you had your seam allowance 1.5 inches, like we had it for the back. So now we want to create the collar, the lapel, and the allowance that is going to be for the overlap. For our regular basic bodies, we used to have zip at the back. The opening is always at the back, but for the jacket, it's going to be at the front and it's going to overlap. So we need to create an allowance for the overlapping. So this, I'm going to come out from this new center front. Remember, this is our new center front. So you come out starting from the neckline, the neck depth. You go out by 1 inches. Go out by 1 inch, depending on how you want the allowance to be. You can go as much as 1.5 inch. Okay, then you mark it from the neck depth to the jacket length. After that, you connect with a straight line. So for this, I just mark 1 inch. So after this allowance now, you will determine the breaking points, that is where you want your lapel to stop. The opening that you used to have at the chest, where you want it to stop, it can be exactly on your waistline, can be above your waistline.